Hey, what's up guys? Rival Luke here, back with another video here on the channel. I wanted to record this video like as soon as I got home from work today, but it got kind of crazy. I did not get to do that. It is now 8:45 and this video was posted at like 3 or something like that today. So at IGN's going on right now. E3 is going on right now, and today they released a preview, a little game segment of the new Sun and Moon game, and it shows the first encounter, the first battle in the game. And I'm sure you can already see it on screen right now, but the first thing that we see here is a little, so let me back up. First, I got a couple announcements for the channel. First of all, we still need to choose a mascot for the channel. We've got it down to Pidgeot and Tyranitar, so leave your thoughts in a comment down below, pick one of those and let me know which one it is. And also, I'm thinking about doing something new on the weekends called Subs Choice Saturdays or Sub Choice Sundays. I don't know which one it is, where you guys, we'll do our normal series throughout the week. Right now we're doing Fire Red, and on the weekends we'll do something different. Either we'll do Wi-Fi battles, or we'll do a ROM hack, or we'll do something like that. If that's something that, and all you would have to do is put like SCS, like hashtag SCS in your comment on YouTube, and put in what you would want to do out of the choices that I provide in the video. So that sounds like something really exciting, because I want to have something to mix it up other than just the normal series that we have going on. But anyways, without any further ado, I want to dive into this. I want to give my reactions, give my thoughts on this. So first thing we see is like, it's a weird side angle view of this route, of this grass patch. You know, it's not like X and Y or Oris, where we've got like more of a top-down view. And a lot of this is just them speaking Japanese and then it being translated. But you see, we're walking through the grass at like a sideways angle. I don't know if it's just like that route, you know, like in certain spots like benches you could sit down and it would change the angle of the camera. I don't know if it's like that for this route, and it's also, and the rest of the game is more top down. But the first encounter is a Ladybug. Look at that entry animation, look at that background to the battle. It's beautiful. We've got a Poplio as the, and look at this, hold on, look at this battle menu. So first thing we notice is we've got Pokemon and Bag on the left and Fight on the right, and Run at the bottom. And the art is brilliant. You can tell it's Hawaiian inspired. And in the middle you've got your Pokemon, and it looks like the Y button, if you press the Y button, it's a shortcut to your Pokeballs. So you always have your Pokeballs, or the most recent, maybe that could be most recently used item, or it could be linked straight to your Pokeballs. My guess is it's the most recently used item. Let's get a little bit further into this. This game looks beautiful. This game looks absolutely beautiful. Oh, and another thing is, you can now, the trainers stay in the battle. That was something that a lot of people asked if we could do, and Game Freak heard us. Throughout your battle, you will see your trainer, and if you're facing another trainer, you will see that trainer during the battle. I don't know if that's going to be for all players, or I mean all trainers, or if it's certain NPCs or all NPCs. My guess is it's going to be certain NPCs, kind of like in X and Y. You know, like Serena and your rival and other people like that had their own sprite in game that you'd see, you know, especially people who had a Mega Evolution, and other people were just that little 2D thing coming in. I don't know if it's going to be like that. It would help if I could hear what they were saying. Yeah, they're talking about how the battle looks and it being immersive and such. I want to skip along here. Look at this, like, just look at the background, the battle background and stuff. Okay, this is the next thing I wanted to talk about. I have quite a few things to say about this. So whenever you hit Fight, it no longer opens its own menu. It sweeps in from the side, and you see this Poplio knows Pound, Water Gun, and Growl. And you see the type of the move, and you've got the little eye info mark. I don't know if you just tap on that, if it'll show like the info for the move, like the accuracy and the damage and a brief description. And it also looks like you can hold on L and press A, and it'll bring that up as well. I want to talk about where it says effective right there. Why did my screen go black? Hello? I want to talk about where it says effective right there. What I really hope that this isn't is which I can't think of anything else it would be, you know, like where certain moves, like electric moves, are not effective against ground types, like they do no damage, and certain moves are just effective, they do damage, and then super effective. What I hope this isn't is, like, I hope that when you have a super effective move, I hope that it doesn't say super effective. I hope whenever you're about to thunder shock a Diglett, it doesn't say not effective. I don't want that. That a huge part of the game was learning type charts, learning these things, and not having it spoon fed to you like this in the menu. I hope that's not the case. I hope you don't, because misplays are a huge part of it. Like, you know, especially for like people who do Nuzlockes and stuff like that, misplays are part of the game. You click something because you don't realize something has a specific typing. You know, if some of these new Pokemon have different typings, like Ghost Ground or something different, and you don't know that second typing right off the bat, you don't have to learn it. It's kind of spoon fed to you. Okay, this move isn't going to affect it. This move is going to be super effective against it. I really, really, truly, sincerely hope that's not what that is. I really do. I can't think of anything else it would be, because that would be a huge disappointment to me. Because I love trying to think and figure out. It makes it more competitive. It adds an edge to it. I don't want Game Freak to devolve into trying to make easy games that anyone like that just spoon feeds that kind of information to the player. That is something for like more in-depth people who love the game more deeply. They're gonna invest in that. You know, if some 9-year-old kid picks up this game, they might not go in and learn all of this. Not 9-year-olds. 9-year-olds would learn this, but like, you know, little kids, they might not go in depth and try to learn those things. But that's something that us players who have been playing this game since Gen 1, that's a huge part of it for us. I don't want that to be spoon-fed and right there in front of us. Okay, yeah, and so whenever you do that, it brings up the accuracy and stuff, making it really accessible and easy to understand. Can we get to the effective?
I think it's been so helpful. There are just so many Pokemon that you have to keep in mind now as you're battling. It's so nice to be able to pull it up.
Can we talk about that?
Being able to pop it up really fast there. It's like you don't have to use that information, but if maybe...
I mean, it was always accessible in the menu. It's not like you never had the information. You could just go to summary. Oh, this is another thing too. This is another thing I don't like. Okay, he used Growl, and it lowered this Ledyba's attack. Okay, then a little icon pops up on that Ledyba, right? And you can click on the Ledyba, and you see there's 6 little dots, or next to every stat that can be affected. And it shows a plus, an up arrow, or a down arrow, or nothing if it's even. And since he used Growl, you can just click on this Ledyba and see that it's at -1 attack. I hate that. I think that's a huge part of competitive play, especially, is keeping track of all of those things. Knowing what that is, keeping track, so it makes you stay focused. You can't just brainlessly tap and be like, oh, I'm gonna check if that's 4 or whatever. I understand it's more, like, that's a thing. I feel like casual players are never gonna use this feature. I feel like casual players are people, and when I say casual players, Pokemon is not a competitive game. I mean, there's more competitive games out there is what I'm trying to say. Obviously it has a competitive side, but for the most part, this game is geared towards a casual audience, yet it's implementing this part of the game, this showing the minuses and plus for visibility and for just for general purposes. And it seems like that all the casual players are never going to use this because they're never going to care, and the people who are going to care about this are going to be like me, I hope, and be kind of disappointed that it's there. Like, I feel like keeping track of that is part of the game, kind of like the effective thing. I don't think they go into detail about what that effective icon means. If they did, I missed it. This is my first time watching it through with you guys. After I get done with this, I'll watch the whole thing with my full focus, but I didn't want to just let this whole thing play and then give my thoughts after. I only watched snips of it throughout, because I watched it on lunch today. I watched like little parts of it and I was like, I gotta make a video on this. But I really, really hope that effective thing isn't what that is, and I really just don't like this thing right here. I feel like the people who are going to make use of it are going to be like me, and they're not going to want it. It makes things more easy for their opponent, and it's just, I don't know. I just don't like. I guess I just don't like change. I guess I just don't like things being changed too much. One thing I do like is like the little scribble behind the name, that little splash of color behind Poplio and Lediba's names. I do like that. Yeah, he just said you don't have to keep it in your head. It's now visualized on the interface. Well, we want to keep it in our head. Like that's what makes it exciting. Like, not makes it exciting, but it adds an element. Keeping track of it in your head that's a thing. You had to keep a notepad next to you and be like, okay, this thing's at -3. Okay, this thing just use Swords Dance. That's different now. That's. Oh, and here's another thing with the Pokeball that I love the animation of it going into the Pokeball. Here's what I don't like. That. I don't like that. I think they nailed it with X and Y and Oris. I think they absolutely nailed it with the wiggle. It made it feel real, made it feel like you were there. It was very immersive with the wiggle, click, and just the little click. This Pokeball icon popping up on the screen, I hate it. It takes me out of that moment. It blocks. Look, I can't even see the Pokeball right now. I can't. It's like this. It's redundant. Like, yes, that is. Thank you. That's a Pokeball behind it. Like, you know, in the past gens, they've shown it with the discoloration of the ball. Like, the ball has settled down, it gets grayed out a little bit. I love that far more, and I hope that this doesn't make it into the final version of the game. I don't know if I'm alone on this. That's why I want your all's opinion on this. I really dislike this little Pokeball icon popping up whenever you catch a Pokemon. I think X and Y and Oris nailed it. It felt real. Pokemon never felt that real before those gens. Whenever you could throw a ball and it could wiggle and it could click and you see it all happen right there. You know what I mean? Anyways, I just really I'm not gonna beat a dead horse. I don't like that at all. And this is where I had to X out. I wasn't watching anymore. I love the menu pop-up. I love the different colors for the stats. It's very colorful. I love this too. I did see this. This registered screen, super cool. This is super cool. Seeing registered pop up on the screen like that. This whole menu, it's super exciting. It makes you excited to catch new Pokemon and register them in your Pokedex. Each letter of registered is a rainbow color. Like, that's awesome. Like you're seeing a Pokemon being registered. You don't need to ask. Like, it's clear. Okay, so that Pokeball next to it doesn't mean you've caught it. It means there's an empty space, and there's an evolution that you can fill that with. Let's go back and get a look at that menu. Oh, I'm missing it. 5-star Pokemon. Bug Flying. So this is just their Pokedex entry. With A, you can hit next to go to the next entry. Y is Cry. You can listen to the cry of the Pokemon. And I don't know what action is. There could be several different things.
I think when you find one and there's lots of white Pokeballs, you're just like, oh, okay. You got a lot of
Yeah. Anyways, those are my thoughts about it. I think the color, I think the design, I think all of that is gorgeous. I didn't like a few of the aesthetic choices that they went with. I didn't like the Pokeball clicking and such like that. What were some of the other stuff? The moves, the effective. I don't know what that means, and I really hope it doesn't mean what I think it means. The growl, like that whole interface showing you how many pluses or minuses a mon's at for each of their stats. I think that's garbage, but they're not going to remove that because that took way too much time to implement. That's not going to get removed. The only thing I think that could possibly get removed at this stage of development is that little icon whenever you've caught a Pokemon. I think the rest of it's there to stay, and it's something that I might grow to love, but at this point in time, I just despise it. Like, I just hate that. Everything else about the game looks beautiful, wonderful. I'm gonna love this game. I'm gonna play it every single day for a year, probably. But those three things bother me. So in the comment section down below, tell me what you liked or disliked, and tell me what you thought about those three things, about the Pokemon catch animation, the stats page showing the pluses and minuses, and the what was the third thing? The effectiveness on the moves, if they mean what I'm hypothesizing that they mean. And that'll just about do it for this video. Also, let me know what you think about doing Subs Choice Sundays or Subs Choice Saturdays. I haven't decided which day it's going to be. That way it gives us something fun to do on the weekends, something different than the usual series, the usual Pokemon Nuzlocke series, or whatever series we're playing through, whatever Let's Play we're doing at the time. And anyways, guys, that's all I've got for today. I just had to get a video out on this. It was so exciting to see. Let me get up out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. And until then, I'll smell you later.
I guess I'll be the first to